mocks Islam and the revered Prophet Muhammad. In Yemen, they stormed the American embassy and burned the Stars and Stripes. More than a dozen people were hurt battling security forces. Yemen's president condemned the attack and set up a committee to investigate. CBS's John Miller tells us the FBI has started looking into the attack Tuesday in Benghazi, Libya, that took the lives of the American ambassador and 3 other diplomats.
The FBI is on the ground conducting an investigation to figure out who did it and if they can be captured or prosecuted.
Navy warships are moving into position off Libya where they could use cruise missiles to hit suspected terrorist targets. CBS's Charlie Daggett tells us what the U.S. consulate in Benghazi looks like today.
Ruins is a good way to describe it because the place has just been decimated. Every single building, every single room has been torched. Everything inside it has been smashed to pieces or taken out. Really, there would have been no place to hide in that compound.
So who was really behind the film that inflamed passions in the Muslim world? Live to CBS News correspondent Heather Bush. What do we know about that at this point?
The initial director said he was an Israeli living in California, but there's evidence the film's key player may be a Coptic Christian who's used aliases and has been convicted of bank fraud. Actors in the film say they were duped.
There was never any mention of Muhammad or Muslims.
Sidney Garcia says controversial language was dubbed in later. California film groups say they have no record of the project Innocence of Muslims. Some suggest there's no actual movie, just a controversial trailer.
A report out today warns that a U.S. military strike against Iran's nuclear program would run the risk of igniting an all-out war in the Middle East. New claims for unemployment benefits were up by 15,000 last week. Economist Stuart Hoffman says claims have moved within a narrow
Valdosta,
range
Georgia,
lately, and that's not good.
Static claim
had not the movie been made, had
growth.
not we hated Muslims as we should hate anybody. We should not hate anyone, especially under the teachings of Jesus. Jesus said, love ye one another. He said, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. This is something that Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, and many other today's modern-day Christians and patriots are unable to accept. And they cannot understand that peace, love, and harmony is the way to go if you are indeed the follower of the Jesus that we know. But we also know there is another Jesus and there is another God. And apparently they are following the other God. And I don't want to have any part in a relationship with those who are following another God. But yet, even at that, I love them and I respect them for what they're doing. But I do know that they are definitely bringing disunity among the members at Moody Air Force Base and in other military branches of our armed forces. There is no way that Democrats, Republican, Independent, Green Party, and others can get along in unity with the continuous venom that is thrust upon the executive commander-in-chief of our armed forces in the United States Armed Forces. And it is indeed a disgrace, and it is indeed time for the righteous to speak up and let it be known that we cannot allow the followers of the short Jesus and the very short and tiny God continue what they're doing. This is Boston GBR on YouTube, giving you the truth that you can understand. Bye-bye, we're gone.